Well, hello again, YouTubers, and welcome back. This is the grand finale of our Polar Lights Classic Enterprise in 1/350 scale that we did for John, and you can see it turned out really nice. I've done a lot of work to it since the last video, and it's all 100% complete now. So I'll take you on a little tour around it here. You can see right off the bat that we have the nice name and registry number there installed on the top of the saucer. All the decals are on this, and they turned out beautifully. We didn't have any rips or tears or wrinkles, and they look just like they've been painted on. They really came out nice, and you can see I added a little bit of subtle weathering streaks there on the leading edge of the saucer, similar to what's on the Master Replicas Enterprise. And just kind of having a look here, you can see we've got the clear dome mounted on the top of the bridge there, and you can still see inside that really nicely. And you can see all the other decals here. Here you can see some of the photo etch parts that we put on. Those really add a lot of nice detail to the model. You're going to be glad you bought those, John. They look so much nicer than the kit supplied parts. They are just fantastic and add a lot of realism to it. Here on the dorsal, you can see we've got that nice pinstripe laid on, and our little beacon lights, and the dome there at the rear. It all turned out very nice. And here on the sides and the nacelles, you can see some more of the markings. There in the manifolds, we painted those just like they should be on the show. They're three different colors, the white and the silver and the gray detail. And here are the end caps. They look really sharp. We'll swing around the side here and have a look at the markings on the side. They're all in place, as you can see. They turn out beautifully. And take a look at the bottom here. You can see we have all the markings on the bottom as well. Really nice. And then the bottom of the saucer, you can see all the registry numbers and the landing hatch covers, and there's some little details that are next to the window groups. If I can swing around and show you on the other side here, there's a couple of little details there at the windows that you can see, and the little red pinstripes, and then there's our nice duck egg blue on the leading edge of the neck. And here is the deflector dish. It's all on there really nice and straight. It turned out beautiful. I mixed up that color myself to make a nice bronze color. Really nice. And it turned out beautifully. Here you can see the markings on the bottom of the nacelles, that little gray area there at the front, and then the pinstriping, and everything looks fantastic. Around the back here you can see we finished up the Shuttle Bay. And we have our landing approach lights on there, all looking really nice. And just really happy with how everything turned out. Here's some more photo etch, the engine covers, the grills at the impulse engines. And what I'm going to do now is turn on the power. You can see that I've added these nice photo etch parts from the Paragraphics kit, the Delta Shield and the registration name and number. The first button we hit, it turns on the power, and you can see that all of our lighting is coming through beautifully. The Bassard effect is working. All of our flashing lights, I added those nice beacons at the top. They're coming through nice and clear, and they're lighting up really bright. Really happy with that. Here you can see the detail in the bridge. You can see really clearly through the dome there. You can see Spock at his station, and Kirk and crew there at the helm, and the command chair. Really nice how that turned out. And of course, our window lighting here. Up here at the neck, you can see that there was a little bit of a gap there on the last video that you might have noticed, and I went back and reputtied that and sanded that and filled that in and repainted it, and it turned out really nice and smooth. That was something that I didn't like a little bit, so I went back and fixed that. But all the lighting is working great. Down at the bottom of the saucer, you can see all that. Let me give you a head-on shot of it here. Really looks nice. Just like it did in the TV show. I'm really pleased. And here you can see if we push this button here, push it once, we get a little bit of a change to our, let me turn this other light off here and it'll show up a little bit better. We get a nice change to the Bassard effect. It slows down, you can see it rotating. We've got the nice counterclockwise rotating engine here on the port side, and on the starboard the clockwise, just like it was on the show. And you can see those little LEDs firing in there individually and giving that nice effect. Really awesome. Really like how that looks. We push it again and it changes effects once more and slows down even more and gives you more of that firing look. And then one more time it slows down even more. So it's really nice to have that speed control feature on here, and this is absolutely quiet too, so that'll be nice to have on display. Push it one more time and it goes back to the fast speed. My favorite mode is this one right here, where it shows all those individual LEDs firing in there, and just really looks like there's some real power fusion kind of thing going on in there. I really like that. And here you can see the lighting in the bridge. It's lit really clearly so you can see it from far away, so it's really nice. In the front view, I've got the crystal clear in the windows now. It's not completely dry. Those will get a little bit brighter and a little bit clearer as they go. Let's take you around the back and show you the shuttle bay. You can see that our landing lights are lighting up really nice, and our shuttle bay ambient lighting in there. The little shuttle bay is the shuttle itself with the door open is lit, and we've got that nice overhead light going on. I went back and light blocked all those leaks around the edges and installed the doors. Now, John, I remember that you mentioned you wanted to have the doors removable on this, but I wasn't able to do that. Once you put that piece up on the top and glue it in place, it kind of locks it all in. So might be better anyway, because if you took that door off there, you might wind up losing it somewhere or something. So maybe that's a good thing. Here you can see I signed this one for John, TrekWorks number 001. This is the first of my commission builds, and who knows, John, maybe it'll be a collector's item someday. We'll have to see. So it really turned out great, though, and I'm really, really happy with everything overall. It just looks fantastic. And I'm really glad that this is going to a good home. John's a big Star Trek fan, and I know he'll appreciate this model for a long, long time, and I'm really happy that it's going to somebody like that that really appreciates the model and Star Trek itself. It's just fantastic, and I think you're going to enjoy it for a long, long time, John. What I'm going to do now is come back and show you the model in a little bit of low lighting to show you the lighting a little bit clearer on it, and we'll set up for that, and then we're going to come back and talk about what we're going to be doing next here on the channel. I've got something exciting to announce for our next project, and we'll be right back with that in just a second, guys. Okay, everybody, well, here we are with some nice a nice look at the model in some lower lighting where you can see everything coming through a little bit clearer, and it really looks great. I'll get you a nice frontal shot of this here. I'm really, really happy. You can see when I pan around it here, everything looks nice and evenly lit, and you can see the lit details of the bridge from farther away, and that turned out really nice. You can see here the pulsing impulse engines with those grills in place. Those look really, really sharp. And when we go on the back here, you can look now at the approach lights below the shuttle bay there, and the overhead light, and the beacon on the top and everything. It really, really looks nice. You can see all the details in the bay really clear. And here you can see how our nice dome is glowing and our beacons. It's got a nice soft glow to it like it should have. And then on the sides here you can see all the nice lighting, the strobes and the window lighting. Get you a shot of the kind of that classic shot that they had from the show there. That really looks great. And here's a look at the bottom of the saucer, and so it really turned out nice. And I've got several more of these to build now. I've got several lined up for clients. I'm going to turn into a 350 scale enterprise factory here, it seems. So, but I'm really happy to build these, and happy to build them for people who appreciate them, like I mentioned. And they're all going to turn out this nice. I'm really happy with it. Everything went along nice and smooth, and couldn't be happier with how it turned out. So thanks for all the compliments along the way and the positive feedback from everybody on the channel, guys. I really appreciate that, and I hope you enjoyed the build series here. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to close up now, and we're going to come back and talk about what our next project is going to be on the channel. Something kind of different, one I haven't built before. I'm really, really pleased and excited about starting that, so I think you guys will enjoy it too. Alright, everybody, I'll be back in just a second, and we'll show you what we're going to do, and see you then, so stay tuned. Alright, everybody, well, here we are, and you can see what our next project's going to be here on the channel. We've got not one, but two K'tinga kits. I love to count. Anyways, guys, this is going to be a lot of fun to work on these. I'm building two of these, like I mentioned, one for myself and one for a client. My wife wishes they were both going out to clients, but I had to build one of these for myself. I've been wanting to build one for a long time, and For the client, we're going to do basically an out-of-the-box build with some nice lighting and mount it on the stock supplied stand. But we're going to paint it up really nice and do some nice detail work on it. And for my build, I'm going to be adding all the aftermarket parts that are available from JT Graphics. He's got some really nice stuff out there. The replacement resin parts for the forward section here, the bulb and the bridge, which is much more accurate to the studio model. And also a nice lighting kit from Starling Lighting, which will feature the forward and rear firing Photon Torpedo effect with sound. And then I want to thank Eliot Brown out there, who's going to send me some really nice photo etched parts for this kit, which will allow me to do some really nice clean windows on it, and some other, he offers some templates for spraying on some of the nice markings and things like that. And these are going to be beautiful models when we're done, and I'm really looking forward to it. And also for my build, guys, I'm going to be featuring a custom-made display base that's being developed by two of my friends over at Sci-Fi Model Action, Jerry and Dave. It will feature a built-in MP3 player, which will allow you to have sound effects and music, and it's going to be really, really nice. And I'll show that when we get ready to mount the model and everything. It'll be really, really cool. And I'll be offering those on the website when I get that going, and or you'll be able to buy it directly from them if you're out there building your models, and you'll get to see what it looks like. Really fantastic looking base. So I'm really excited about that. So we're going to get started on these here towards the end of the week. It'll probably take 4 to 6 weeks to get them finished, but I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to paint them up just like they look here on the box from Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and do all that really nice weathering and all the lighting. And I'm using a combination of fiber optics, SMDs, and regular LEDs. We're gonna do all of our window lighting and all the other marking lighting on this really, really accurate. I've been gathering screen grabs and talking to some of the guys on Sci-Fi Model Action that are really into the details, and we're really going to make them look nice. So I hope you guys will tune in and check that out. And again, I want to say thanks to John for the first commission build. I really appreciate it, John. I know you're a big Star Trek fan, and I know that model is going to it'll go to somebody who really, really appreciates it, and will enjoy it for a long time. So I'm really pleased that it's going to you, John. And again, it'll be to you very soon. So okay, guys, that's a wrap. We're going to wrap this one up, and we'll see you later on in the week, and we're going to get started on the K'tinga. So I hope you guys will check it out, like I said, and we'll see you then. Until then, everybody, happy modeling.